Buenas tardes, mi nombre es María José y trabajo para la Oficina de Educación de la Embajada de España. Y hoy estoy aquí para hablaros sobre el programa NALCAP. But first of all, I'd like to thank the Latin American and Iberian Institute for allowing us to be here today and for helping us organize this info session. So thank you very much, Rosa. I don't know if you've heard about NALCAP or if you have an idea about the program, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain the main features of the program. I'm going to talk about the conditions, where and how you can apply, and then at the end, if you have any questions, I'll be very happy to answer them, or at least I do my best to answer them. Okay, let's get started. NALCAP, as I see it, is a wonderful opportunity for American students like you at this stage of your academic life, or it could be something to consider for the future, about the future. So let's find out more about it. What does NALCAP stand for? Is the North American Language and Culture Assistance Program. And what is it? It's an initiative sponsored by the Spanish Ministry of Education, which offers American students and graduates the opportunity to be teaching assistants in Spain in classrooms across the country. But the best way to find out about NALCAP is hear some testimonials, so I'm going to play this video for you.
Fancy living in Spain? Join the Language and Culture Assistance Program of the Education Office of the Spanish Embassy. It offers a fantastic opportunity to spend a school year in Spain as an assistant teacher, sharing your language and knowledge with Spanish students K through 12 and adults.
I have to check my email.
Con ella aprender inglés es estupendo. Chloe es la mejor.
I got medical insurance and a monthly allowance to help pay for accommodation and expenses. And I really think that this experience will help with my career in the future.
Spain also offers you amazing travel and cultural possibilities.
I couldn't have imagined this was going to be such a life-changing experience.
And what about the food?
In the lively streets.
And the wonderful people.
Yo he mejorado mucho mi español.
Don't miss this opportunity. Learn more about the Language and Culture Assistance Program of the Education Office of the Embassy of Spain.
And grow as you share.
Okay, this is just an introduction. Right. Oops, where'd it go? So let's find out more about the program. One important thing, the skills acquired through this experience will leave a deep impact on the returning language assistant to be put to use in the field of teaching, business, or any other. In other words, NALCAP offers remarkable opportunities, both professionally and personally. Not only will you have the opportunity to improve your Spanish or to learn about the Spanish culture, you find out what it's like to be in a Spanish school, to work with colleagues and professionals in an international context, and that is something that is very much valued in the business world today. So again, it's an opportunity both professionally and personally for you. So, something important about the program. Participants assist lead teachers in the teaching of the English language and the culture in the US while immersed in the language and culture of Spain, promoting a cultural link between citizens of these countries. So what is important is that you will be a teaching assistant, but not a teacher, okay? There you go. So what is what you will have to do specifically? In most schools, you'll be a teacher's assistant under the guidance and supervision of other teachers. So basically, you don't have the responsibility to teach because this is not a job. This is just an educational program, okay? Most of the time, you'll be working with English teachers at the English department, in English lessons, or you may also be involved in being a teaching assistant in other school subjects which are taught as part of a bilingual program, for example, such as studies or science or PE. So you'll be helping Spanish teachers who are teaching those subjects in English, okay? More specifically, your task will include the following: conducting conversation lessons. So basically, you need to help Spanish students become more fluent in the language, help them with their oral skills, and you need to talk to them about a variety of topics. Then you may also be asked to prepare some cultural presentations. So for example, on occasion of Halloween or Thanksgiving or the 4th of July, okay, you'll be asked to talk to Spanish students about your culture and your celebrations. And you may also be involved in extracurricular activities like the Day of Andalusia or a Christmas party, okay? And you also may be asked to go on school trips with the students, which is a lot of fun. Okay, placement types. You could be teaching assistants at elementary schools, including early childhood programs, secondary schools, including middle and high, and also language schools. And language schools have a different timetable, have different schedule, usually in the evenings and in the afternoon for adults who want to improve their English and go to English lessons there. Requirements, very important. You need to be a US citizen and have a valid US passport for at least 3 months after the end of the program, okay? You need to have a conferred BA, BS, or to be enrolled as a sophomore, junior, or senior in a university program. So basically, you need to have completed at least 2 years of university education, be a native-like speaker of English, be in good physical and mental health, have a clean background check, and the age limit, as you can see, is 60. Okay, so you all meet the requirements here. And you should obviously have a basic level of Spanish for your personal use, like going to the supermarket or renting an apartment or ordering food at a restaurant. That's what you need, because you'll be asked to speak English at school at all times. Okay, so we have conditions. Yeah, okay, sorry I missed this one. This is important about your schedule. Between 14 and 16 class periods. Class periods are usually 50 minutes or an hour, okay? Usually given a 3-day weekend. So most of the time you get Monday or Friday off, so you can have a longer weekend for your free time. Very important, and this is a plus, yeah? You'll receive a monthly stipend, an allowance of about 801,000 euros, depending on the region of Spain that you're assigned. And you may supplement this grant with private classes. And I know you might be wondering, okay, is this enough to live in Spain for a month? And the answer is, it depends, okay? It depends on the city, okay? Many participants are fascinated by big cities like Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia, and rightly so. However, life is more expensive in big cities, okay? And I personally recommend small towns and villages because the standard of living is better and you'll have more opportunities to meet people, to make friends, to establish relationships and to get a feel for real life in Spain. But it all depends on the person. It obviously depends on your personal habits and your lifestyle. There are assistants who live happily with their monthly stipends. Others need to supplement that with private lessons. But there are many factors involved there. An important thing, you'll have to share an apartment with other assistants, with other students, with Spanish people. The length of the program, important. I think I said a year before. It's not actually a year. It starts on the 1st of October, beginning of October, until the end of May. It's the end of June if it's the case of Madrid. Okay, in the case of Madrid. You'll have medical insurance, not meds, but meds are really affordable in Spain. And you'll have an orientation course at the beginning of the school year. We have a pre-departure webinar, and you have an official certificate when you complete the program, which will look very good on your CV. More on conditions, paid school vacations, and we have a really long break at Christmas and Easter. And then if you like it there, you enjoy it, you want to stay longer, it is possible to renew for a second year, 5-year maximum total in the program with a positive evaluation from school. Okay. As I said before, you must find housing on your own, and most of the time you'll have to share with other people, other assistants or students. And this is important. When you file your application, you have to select 3 preferred regional destinations in Spain. So it's a good idea to do some research and find something you like, but you need to bear in mind that placements are not guaranteed. Okay, placements are not guaranteed. Places like Madrid or Barcelona are very popular, but as I said before, I recommend small towns. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you the map with the regions, with the Spanish regions, so you can have a look. There. Okay, and now you'll see the regions in a second. Oh, I'm gonna pause it there. Okay, so as I said before, you can select up to 3, so it's a good idea to do some research. Okay, Spain is a very diverse country. If you are a nature lover, you'll enjoy living in regions in the north like Galicia or Asturias, País Vasco, where you have the beautiful mountains, lakes, beautiful nature. But maybe you may be thinking, these areas, this is here it's a bit too cold for me, it rains quite a lot, and I'm from New Mexico, so you might want to explore other options like coastal regions like Comunidad Valenciana or Catalunya, Andalusia. I'm from Andalusia. Then you have Castilla, so full of history. Obviously, we also have the islands, Islas Baleares, Islas Canarias, and one of my favorite regions is Extremadura here, which is very close to Madrid and to the Portuguese border. So you could go to Portugal and visit Portugal and improve your Portuguese, practice Portuguese. Did you speak Portuguese here, anyone? No? Okay. And I don't know if you know about that, but the first Albuquerque is here in this region. Did you know about that? So Albuquerque is here in this region, Extremadura. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to play a video for you so you can see what Spain has to offer. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's go. miss all of that. Jamón ibérico, el queso, los deportes. Uy, hay que pasar aquí. Vale, ok. Bueno, ahora os voy a poner otro vídeo muy cortito para que conozcáis todo lo que España puede ofrecer. Espero que os guste. Ahí vamos. Bueno, ¿qué os parece? Bonito, ¿no? Sí, muy bonito, sí. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a video which was presented by one American assistant who spent a year in Spain, and she prepared this lovely video. Let's go. interesting experience. You can tell watching the video, absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about the application, okay? If you're interested, the easiest way to do it on Google, search for NALCAP and you'll be redirected to our webpage, where you can find more information and apply to the program, although applications will be open in February, okay? Obviously you can get a lot of information on our social networks, so I encourage you to have a look at NALCAP on Instagram, TikTok, and what's really interesting, we have some podcasts on Spotify with experiences and stories told by American students who lived this experience, and some of them are really touching. I encourage you to listen to them. As I said before, applications will be open early February 2025. There are no applications fees, so it's free, okay? And okay, time for questions. I think I'm almost done, so if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And recently, one student asked me a very good question, and she said, who's the ideal candidate? What do I have to do to be the ideal candidate? And the answer is that there's not such thing as an ideal candidate, in the sense that we embrace diversity, and regardless of your academic history, your background, you'll have something to offer to the program. I dare say that you need to have certain personal qualities, personal skills. You need to be flexible, you need to be open-minded, you need to be ready to experience other cultures, other ways of doing things, and in a way, you'll also be a role model. Because the time you spend with Spanish students will have an impact in their lives, okay? The time you spend with them will be unique and special for them and very valuable. So in a way, you need to think that you're going to be cultural and linguistic ambassadors of your country, and probably these kids in Spain will never ever forget about you. And as I see it, this is probably one of the most beautiful things about the program. Okay. Do you have any questions by any chance? Anybody? So everything was clear? Yes.
Yeah, sorry. If you apply in February,
yeah.
When would you start if you get accepted?
Okay, you'll probably find out. It could be as in early May, okay, or even a little bit later. But in the summertime, you'll already know if you get a position, and obviously you need time to deal with all the procedures, apply for the visa, and all that. And then the school and the regional government will contact you in the summertime, so you can get ready to go to Spain to move that to start your experiences in NALCAP. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Well, before I finish, well, here, if you consider the program and if you have any further questions, you can always write to this email here. But I encourage you to follow us on our social networks. You get a lot of information there and testimonials from other students, which is really helpful. And finalmente, me gustaría decir que NALCAP es un programa muy especial porque para muchos jóvenes americanos es un programa que les cambia la vida. It's a life-changing experience, and I'm talking from personal experience because I was a language assistant myself a long time ago. and it changed my life. It had a great impact on my life, and today I remember that year, that experience is one of the most beautiful in my life. So this is a program that I highly recommend, and I encourage you to apply to NALCAP and live this wonderful experience and adventure. Muchas gracias.
And can I say one thing?
Sí.
If you're applying and you're still a UNM student, the university wants you to register with GEO, the Global Education Office. Because since you're a UNM student, if anything happens, they need to know where you are, in case you need to be evacuated from that place.
Okay.
So,
Okay. That's helpful, actually, to have that.
yeah, last year they told me to stress that.
Fantastic. Yes, of course. Thank you, Nelly. Bueno, pues hemos acabado ya la presentación. Espero que os haya gustado mucho y muchas gracias.